Hi, I'm Brittany and welcome to Proverbs Study. Every day of the year we are studying the book of Proverbs and we're in Proverbs 2. We will be reading Proverbs 2:13 through 16 in the King James Version and in the Passion Translation. In the King James first, it reads Proverbs 2:13, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they forward in their paths. The Passion Translation says, for they have left the paths of righteousness and walk in the ways of darkness. They take pleasure when evil prospers and thoroughly enjoy a lifestyle of sin. But they're walking on a path to nowhere, wandering away into deeper deception. This proverb, just like in the first one, in the first chapter, it speaks about the people that you need to be aware of. As we know, the book of Proverbs is about the fear of the Lord being the beginning of wisdom. And it really reveals that God is the voice of wisdom. He is wisdom. He created it. And in Hebrews it says, by the words of the Lord, the world was framed. So God's words have wisdom in them inherently because they actually framed the world, meaning they created the foundation that the world was built on. And then when he spoke the things to create the world, everything came into alignment because of the wisdom that was in his words. So God is the beginning of wisdom. He is wisdom. And the fear of the Lord for us is our beginning of wisdom. So when we acknowledge that, and then he tells us about people that we need to be aware of, it's important that we take note, because these people have a specific purpose for derailing you when especially you decide to follow the Lord. When you decide to acknowledge that God is who he says he is, and that he will do everything that he says he will do, and he has done everything that he says that he has done in his word. He is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. He doesn't take back or retract anything that he speaks. There's no retraction in God. So having that awareness and helping us to acknowledge that, it helps us to put in perspective when God speaks a thing, it would behoove us and be in our best interest to take heed, to listen. And so when God talks about these people, he's referring to the evil man that is spoken of in verse 12. This evil man in verse 12 speaks forward things, or as the Passion Translation puts it, speaks in duplicities, meaning they're double-minded. They're saying one thing, and then they're saying another thing that is in direct opposition. So they're saying, oh, we're all about goodness and graciousness, right? But then they say, oh, it's okay to lie, steal, and cheat and kill. That's two different things that are in direct opposition. So they're lying. These are evil men that lie, right? And so that tells us what evil is. Evil is lying. It's not a little thing when God says, thou shalt not lie. It's because he knows the evil that is inherent in lying. He knows that if you lie about something small, it'll be easier for you to lie about something big that could lead people into death or even kill people. And so he describes them. He says they leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, or they have left the paths of righteousness and they are walking in the way of darkness. So their way is dark. There's no light in it at all. There's no redeeming quality in it at all. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. It's not going to get better. So if you're following somebody who speaks in duplicities, they're speaking and they're double-minded, they're unstable in all their ways, they're going to lead you into darkness. There is no light there. It's not going to get better. Then it says, who rejoice to do evil. So not only have they left the path of righteousness to walk in the ways of darkness, and they're actively walking in the ways of darkness, but they actually rejoice. It gives them some type of pleasure to do evil. That's why it doesn't get better, because they actually enjoy what they're doing. And it's not joy that they're getting from it. It would be a pleasure or a lustful fulfilling of a desire that is evil. A satisfaction to do evil. And they delight in the duplicity of sin, or the lifestyle of sin, or the iniquity of sin, which is the personality of sin. They enjoy being evil. Their ways are crooked, and their wanderings go into deeper deception. So there's no clarity, right? There's no attainment of a higher way of thinking. It's not there. It's darkness, and it's actually deception. And that's because anything outside of God is sin. And that's just the reality. That's the truth. Anything outside of Him is destined for destruction and darkness. So I hope this makes some things clear to you. And I admonish you, if there's anybody that you're following and their ways are even a little bit dark, go the other way. Say no. Stop your feet from moving. God bless you.